tighten this strap up. Yeah, I didn't even move at all. Yeah? Let's see. One more ratchet maybe? How's that side looking? My side looks good too. Did a little bit. Nope. Looks really good on my side. I'm pretty close when you break it back. So if you guys follow me on Instagram at Dippin Diesel, you guys know that I picked up another Cummins. I teased a picture showing that it was a 6-speed of me driving it. A lot of you guys thought it was this blue truck that I've had on the channel, but this truck is a 5-speed. And obviously my other second gen is a 5-speed. But I think I've teased you guys long enough. Here is my brand new 6-speed 24-valve Cummins. So we'll get into the new truck here in a minute. I want to show you guys the lift height on my other 24-valve Cummins. So this is, it's going to skew the data a little bit. We're doing the brakes. But this is a second gen with a 2.5-inch leveling kit. I went ahead and made those shock tower deletes. So if you guys want one, I actually have them for sale on my website right now. I'll link it down below. You guys can pick yourself up a shock tower delete. But this has a 2.5-inch leveling kit, and you can see how much room is in the fender. And then this truck doesn't have anything at all, so this is basically a stock lift height. You can tell the difference just in the fender to tire. Fender to tire, obviously these tires are smaller than these, I think. I think these are probably 33s, those are probably 30s. But you guys get the idea of how tall it is. So stock, 2.5-inch level, and then we have the lift kit that I've been building for this second gen. So you got, just in these two trucks right here, you can tell the difference, how much room from fender to tire there is. Pretty much the bottom of the cab is almost in line with the top of the tire. It probably has, I don't know, 2 inches to the top of the tire. And then this one, you know, that's about there. So you got all the way to the top of the tire. So I calculated it out based off of this truck. It's roughly 9¼ inches of lift compared to a stock vehicle. So we'll go over this after we go over the new truck. But yeah, we got the control arms on, the track bar in. I'll show you guys that here in a second after we talk about the new 24-valve 6-speed Cummins. So I originally wasn't gonna plan on getting a new truck because you guys know that I already have the first gen. I have this truck that I've been working on, and I really don't have time to start a new build, but I couldn't pass this truck up with what I got it for. I picked this thing up for a hell of a deal. First off, I'm not a fan of the Bubba truck look, which a Bubba truck look is stock wheels and bigger mud tires, not mud graps. But I'm not a big fan of that. It definitely needs some wides on it. And then also, I know I had a 4th gen bumper on my old truck, but if you're gonna do a 4th gen bumper, you need to get the ones with the fog light holes. If it's just this kind of bumper right here that comes on the Trademans, the trade-in versions of the 4th gen, they don't look good. They need the fog light holes and then that bottom valance that covers this gap right here. Not the one that hangs even lower, just that plastic piece that goes along the bottom. And it makes a world of a difference going from a 4th gen bumper without fog light holes to, see, there's a truck out there, to a truck with, you can see that 4th gen down there, with the fog light holes and then that bottom plastic on the bottom. Makes it look a whole lot better than that. So then also, as far as the appearance on the outside, the Bubba truck wheels and tires, the 4th gen bumper, it doesn't have a grill. It's literally just like screen mesh. We'll take care of that, get another grill. And then obviously it is 2 colors, half red, half blue. But overall, there isn't too much, there really isn't any damage to, there's a little bit right there. Can't tell if that's Bondo or not. But for the price that I got it, you cannot beat the way that this truck looks. You would think that I paid a lot more than I actually did. You know, there's some damage on here. But you guys have seen the outside. Oh, let's show you guys the axle real quick. And then also, let me know if you guys have ever seen this on a 2nd gen. So I crawled up underneath here and it looks like it has a power steering pump cooler on it. Right in there. I've never seen one of those stock on a 2nd gen. It's not hooked up. You can see that the line goes right there. And then there's another hose. That hose comes out right there. So I reckon it might have went to the steering gearbox or something like that. I'm not sure. But let me know if you guys have ever seen a cooler for like a power steering pump or gearbox or whatever like that on a 2nd gen. That is my first time ever seeing something like that. And then I sprayed the truck off before I pulled it into the shop. And then I looked and I saw this. I have no clue what this is. So let me know in the comments below what you guys think this is right here. So it's got a plug to it, or some sort of plug. I want to say it's kind of, it may be like a, I don't think it's a, I have no clue what this thing is. So let me know in the comments below if you guys have ever seen this. I may look up the part numbers, but I've never seen this on a 2nd gen. So let me know what you guys think it is. But overall, here's the frame. There's literally no rust on this thing. It's dirty right now, but there's not a speck, not even really any surface rust on this thing. You northern guys usually crawl up underneath the truck and it's just rusty. But let's go ahead to the inside. The inside is pretty rough, I'm not gonna lie. The bed had a ton of stuff in it. The inside had a ton of stuff in it, and I did some cleaning. Not a lot of cleaning because, you know, I basically cleaned it out and vacuumed. But here is the truck. It is carpeted. It's got power windows, power mirrors. Obviously the NV5600. That is pretty much the whole reason why I got this truck, is because it was a 6-speed. I wouldn't have got it if it was I mean, it's still a pretty good deal, but I wouldn't have bought it if it was an automatic. Seeing that I already had 2 other trucks that I've been working on, another automatic wasn't in my plan, but it has a 6-speed NV5600. So that is why I pretty much picked this thing up, was just for the manual. Because to buy a whole manual swap, the manual swap for this truck, if you guys didn't know, or if you guys are new, this truck I did a manual swap on, NV4500. And this swap was a little under $4,000. All said and done, maybe under $5,000. I know it's over $4,000. Under $5,000 for the swap for a 5-speed. So even if I just wanted to use pretty much the transmission out of this thing, I'm kind of giving you guys a lot of hints of how much this truck costs. I can easily just use that transmission and it would be worth it. But here is the dash. There is pretty much nothing left. Has a dash top on it, but this top is trash. The bezel's falling apart. It has a wood grain dash. Man, this wood grain dash would have been perfect, but it is cracked right there. So rip. It's got gauges, fuel pressure. That one doesn't work. This one was working, the boost, and then it stopped working. And then EGTs, that one still works. But I went ahead and swapped the bottom cushion for the passenger side. So that was on the driver's side, I swapped it. Here's a little trick if your second gen driver's seat is looking like this, but your passenger seat is looking like that. We're gonna swap the two. Pop this guy out. Just like that, you got the passenger swap with the driver's side. Took the middle seat out. That's at my house. Cleaned up the carpet, and then took out the back seat. I don't know why I took out the back seat and the middle seat, but they're gone. They're at my house. I can always put them back in, but yeah, so it's got a bunch of my stuff in here still. I've been pretty much driving this truck all day, and it actually gets pretty good fuel economy. So let me show you guys what kind of fuel economy this thing gets. Right now on the trip meter, I have 472 miles, showing 14.9. Pretty much it was showing 14.5 the whole time until I got a little bit below quarter tank, and then it started to jump up a little bit. So we'll see what kind of fuel mileage this thing gets after it's done pumping. So I guess it stops at 125. Let's put in the cart again and keep fueling up. And we're going again. Of course, it stops at $13, 2.6 gallons. Let's add it up. If we go ahead and add these up, 25.51 gallons and 2.67 gallons, we get 28.18 gallons. Take 472.2 divided by 28.18, and we get an average of 16.75 miles, which this is off by about 2 miles per gallon. So I think almost 17 miles per gallon is pretty good in this 6-speed Cummins. So almost 17 miles per gallon is pretty dang good. That's more than I got in my other second gen, OG second gen that I used to have that got totaled. That one was getting like 10 miles per gallon. I would run like 300 miles and I would need to fill up again. This one went to about 472, I think. And I still had 4 gallons left because it was a 32-gallon tank. I filled up 28 gallons. So it's actually pretty dang good. I could have easily gotten 500 miles out of a tank in this, but it does suck to fill up because it was 130 or 140. I don't remember. But it is a short bed. And yeah, I really don't know what else to talk about this thing because you guys have seen many second gens on the channel here. But let me know what you guys think of this truck, and I will go over the plans for this truck in another video. But let's go ahead and talk about my other second gen really quick. Now, I went ahead yesterday and threw the fenders back on, threw the bumper on. Yes, there is fitment issues. As you can see, this bumper will not go up anymore. I think I messed it up when I was building this because this is a move bumper, so they send you the pieces all cut out and pre-bent and then you weld it together. I think I messed it up when I was building it, but I can easily go ahead to the mounts and drill some new holes that will lift this bumper up. But I'm not sure how I'm liking the move bumper on a lifted truck, only because when these trucks, these second gens get lifted real high, I just don't really like, I wasn't planning on it being this high. I was planning on like a 7-inch lift, not a 9.25 inch lift. I was hoping for 2 inches lower, but you know, this is where it's sitting. But you can tell, like, this fender goes all the way down, and then this fender's like half of the way. I just don't really like that. I think if I get either a stock bumper or another 4th gen bumper like the OG Cummins with fog light holes in the bottom plastic. I think it will make it look a little bit better because I don't know. Just something about this bumper doesn't go with this truck. Just because how far it comes down. Like a 4th gen bumper would probably come down to like here. So I think it may look a little bit better. So we may end up throwing this bumper onto this truck, and then we'll throw that in the scrap yard, and then buy a new 4th gen bumper, a chrome one, and put it on this truck so that maybe it looks a little bit better. I'm not sure. But let me know in the comments below what you guys think about the bumper situation and the fender well. I went to see if the 2-wheel drive sway bar would fit, and it doesn't, so I got to go ahead and get another sway bar. See that track bar bracket right there? Yeah, I made that, and it works actually pretty dang good. So I have a 3rd gen adjustable track bar. Built that bracket. We have the track bar in, and all we really need is a drop pitman arm, some steering, and you really don't need a sway bar or to get this truck out of the shop. But I'm gonna go ahead and get one anyway and then build some mounts for it because I cut the old ones off. But as far as that drop pitman arm and steering, we will be ready to pull this thing out of the shop, and this thing is solid, boys. Dude, I'm so excited. We are that much closer to getting this truck on the road. And as you can see, we have the back of the truck lifted up. It's gonna need like an 8-inch lift in the back to somewhat level it out. It's still kind of low in the back the way that it sits right now, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and buy new leaf springs. I'll get some 6-inch leaf springs, so it will be 6 inches of lift, not including the block. So we'll get new leaf springs, I'll lift it up, and then anything over the 6 inches that I need to level this truck, you know, if it's 9 1/4 inches in the front and I need 9 1/4 in the back, I'll do the 6-inch leaf springs, and then I can always just build a 3 or 4 inch block, or just keep the stock block, because the stock block is like six inches. So I could always just keep the stock block, make it 12 in the back, and see how that looks, because sometimes raising the back isn't as equal to the front. So we'll see if I need to build another block or whatever. But the plan is to lift the back. I'm not keeping it squatted. I'm saying that as a joke. Hopefully you guys know that it's a joke, and I will continue to put I squatted my Cummins in the title because it is funny for people that don't watch my videos and don't know me, thinking that I'm gonna squat my truck, which I'm not. So if you guys keep seeing it in the title, just know that I'm not squatting it, and we are gonna be leveling it, maybe a little bit squatted, like an inch squatted, but I'm not squatting it from 9 1/4 inches in the front and stock in the back. Or should I do drop shackles in the back? No, I'm just kidding. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Let me know what you think of my brand new 6-speed Cummins. Let me know what you guys think about the lift kit in the front, the coilover conversion. This truck was 2-wheel drive, if you guys are new, and we put an axle and made it 4-wheel drive. So let me know what you guys think about the progress on this 2nd gen. Let me know what you guys think about this 2nd gen. And we still got this 2nd gen. Man, we love Cummins around here, man. We got another one right there. Dude, we got Cummins everywhere. We don't care about Chevy. We don't care about Ford. We care about Cummins around here. I guess Dodge, since I said Chevy and Ford. But yeah, guys, thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more videos. Now I have 3 trucks to work on, so we should have a lot more content coming here soon. So guys, subscribe if you guys are new. Thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next one. Dippin' Diesel.